Okay. Good morning, everybody. I would like to welcome you in this class where we are learning the thermodynamics. And today we are going to know about a very, very important concept. And that concept is internal energy is property of the system. Actually, here there is a small derivation. Okay, a small derivation you can see on your screen. And now it has been decided that your examination is going to be conducted on MCQs. So the plus point is you need not to by heart, you need not to mug up this all derivation. So here internal energy is property of the system. This particular statement you need to learn. Now, my friend, at your right hand side of the screen, there is one diagram. And that diagram is nothing but the graph. And that graph is pressure. That graph is pressure volume curve. Okay. So on y-axis, pressure is provided. Here on y-axis, pressure is provided. And on x-axis, volume is provided. Now, here the system move from point 1 to point 2, first of all, by the path A. A is the path. इस A path से होते हुए सिस्टम स्टेट 1 से स्टेट 2 को आती है. Then when it is reaching once again by the cyclic process from state 2 to state 1, it can follow the path either 2B1 or it can be reached to state 1 by the path 2C1. Okay. यानी कि पहले जो सिस्टम A1-2 पाथ से 1 से 2 तक आई थी, वो सिस्टम वो पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस 2B1 या 2C1 से फिर से अपना साइकिल कंप्लीट करेगी. ओके. नाउ कंसिडर दैट 1 to 2 it is reaching by path A, and 2 to 1 it is reaching by the path B. So it means 1A2 is the first process and 2B1 is second process. These only two processes we have taken into consideration. Now, when you are going through the path A, as per as this first law of thermodynamics of closed system, the heat at point A is equal to work done plus summation of internal energy or summation of the energy. time being we will take as a summation of the energy, that is delta E. And for path B, it is QB is equal to delta EB plus WB. Now we know that here the important statement is provided that cyclic integral of the work is equal to cyclic integral of the heat. And that is, I have already given it in another statements of first law of thermodynamics. Work total is equal to Q total is also the statement of first law of thermodynamics. Okay. So here, what we are going to do, according to this particular law, so this is the statement number 1. This is the statement number 2. And as per as this statement number 3, WA plus WB is equal to QA plus QB. Means algebraic sum of the work in this particular process A1A2 and 2B1 is equal to algebraic sum of the heat involved in this particular cyclic process 1A2 2B1. यानी कि फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनामिक्स के अनुसार हीट इज इक्वल टू वर्क प्लस एनर्जी। इस सूत्र का यूटिलाइजेशन करके मैंने पाथ ए के लिए स्टेटमेंट नंबर 1 और पाथ बी के लिए स्टेटमेंट नंबर 2 यहां डिराइव किए हैं। और फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनामिक्स के अनदर स्टेटमेंट के अनुसार मैंने क्या किया है, साइक्लिक इंटीग्रल इज इक्वल टू साइक्लिक इंटीग्रल ऑफ द वर्क इज इक्वल टू साइक्लिक इंटीग्रल ऑफ द हीट। यह स्टेटमेंट भी यहां बना लिया है। नाउ मैं क्या करूंगा इसमें कि मैं जो ए वाले कंपोनेंट है वो एक साइड को लाऊंगा। तो ये जो QA है, ये QA इस साइड में चला जाएगा और ये जो QB है वो इस राइट हैंड साइड में आ जाएगा। When you will bring this QA, then your equation will be, जब आप A का कंपोनेंट एक साइड में और B का कंपोनेंट एक साइड में लाओगे तो आपका जो इक्वेशन होगा वो इक्वेशन होगा माइनस इन ब्रैकेट QB माइनस WB इज इक्वल टू QA minus WA. And now, according to this statement number 1 and statement number 2, this QB minus WB, see, ये जो WB है वो अगर आपने इस साइड में लाया इसको सेकंड स्टेटमेंट में लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में अगर उसको लाया तो आपको मिलेगा QB minus WB. तो it is nothing but the delta EB. Okay. By taking help of this first and second statement, we can rewrite the equation. And QA minus WA is nothing but your delta EA. It means minus delta EB is equal to minus delta EA. Now, we can once again repeat this particular process for process 1A2 and 2C1. Okay, we can repeat this particular process for 1A2 and 2C1. Okay, यानी कि पहले टर्म में पहले हाफ में हमने ये प्रोसेस 1A2 और 2B1 के लिए यूटिलाइज किया और सेकंड हाफ में हम जो ये प्रोसेस है ये 1A2 और 2C1 यानी कि हम यहां B नहीं तो C प्रोसेस ले रहे हैं। एंड व्हेन यू विल टेक दिस C प्रोसेस एंड रिपीट दिस all mathematical operation on it, then you can form the equation that minus delta EC is equal to minus delta EA. Okay, so you can say that this is equation number 4, and when you are going to applying it to the process 1A2 and 2C1, that process is applied, then you can get the value delta EC is equal to delta EA. This is your equation number 5. So what your equation number 5 tells to you? It tells that delta EA is equal to delta minus delta EB is equal to minus delta EC. Means your delta EB, your delta EB is equal to delta EC. Delta EB is equal to delta EC. It means the change in energy between two states of the system is the same irrespective of the path followed. यानी कि इस cyclic process में change in the energy, it is not dependent on the path. Okay, path आप कौन सा भी ले लीजिए, वो जो एनर्जी है वो एनर्जी इन्वॉल्व्ड इन दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस is going to remain the same. Now we know that E is equal to Ke plus Pe plus U, means energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy plus internal energy. When your system is stationary, it is not moving, then kinetic energy is equal to potential energy is equal to 0. सिस्टम स्टेशनरी है इसलिए उसको वेलोसिटी नहीं होगी, तो आपकी जो काइनेटिक एनर्जी है वो ऑटोमेटिक 0 हो गई. देन योर सिस्टम इज स्टेशनरी, तो वो एक्सेलरेशन, ग्रेविटेशनल एक्सेलरेशन को लेके एक सर्टन हाइट से फॉल डाउन नहीं होगी, और अगर वो फॉल डाउन नहीं होगी तो वहां काइनेटिक दैट पोटेंशियल एनर्जी भी वहां 0 होगी. तो इसकी वजह से योर E is equal to U, because kinetic energy and potential energy is equal to 0 for a stationary system. So you can say that if delta EB is equal to delta EC, then delta UB is also equal to delta UC, because E is equal to U. Here you can name this particular equation as equation number 6. And from this particular statement, you can tell that a cyclic integral of any property is a 0 because the final state is identical with the initial state. इसका मतलब यह है कि साइक्लिक इंटीग्रल ऑफ द एनर्जी, अगर आपकी प्रोसेस साइक्लिक हो, ओके, वो रिपीट कंटिन्यूअसली होती हो, उसके पाथ अगर डिफरेंट हो, तो उसके फाइनल स्टेट और इनिशियल स्टेट की जो एनर्जी होती है उसका समेशन ऑलवेज 0 आता है, और उसकी वजह से इंटरनल एनर्जी का भी समेशन साइक्लिक प्रोसेस में ऑलवेज 0 रहता है. तो मुझे सिर्फ आपको यह बताना है कि साइक्लिक प्रोसेस में summation of internal energy is equal to 0, and this particular derivation is provided to understand this particular concept. Okay, so this is the little derivation. You will have to practice it once and twice, and you will have to understand how the mathematical operations are happen. I want to explain this particular equation once again to you people. Here there is a stationary system. In this stationary system, state 1 is there and state 2 is there. This is the state 1 and this is the state 2. And state 1 से state 2 का जो प्रोसेस है वो प्रोसेस कैसा है? फर्स्ट प्रोसेस इज 1A2 and second process is 2B1. 1A2 और 2B1 ये साइक्लिक प्रोसेस है. वी हैव स्टडीड ऑलरेडी द साइक्लिक प्रोसेस. तो पाथ ए के लिए QA इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा E प्लस W, एनर्जीज प्लस वर्क इज इक्वल टू हीट. और पाथ बी के लिए हीट इज इक्वल टू एनर्जी involved in the B process plus work done in the B process. That is equation number 1 and 2. Also we know, as per the first law of thermodynamics, summation of the work in a cycle is equal to summation of the Q into the cycle. So WB plus WA means summation of the work is equal to summation of the heat QA plus QB. Now हम क्या करेंगे? BB वाले जो पैरामीटर्स हैं वो एक साइड को लेंगे और AA वाले पैरामीटर्स एक साइड को भेज देंगे. तो ये जो QB था ये QB एक साइड को आ गया और जो आपका WA था वो एक साइड को आ गया. नाउ वी हैव टेकन BB टर्म at one side and AA term to the another side. From that you can write QB is minus WB is equal to QA minus WA. Now this minus sign is taken common to bring your equation into Q minus W form. Q minus W form में आने के लिए ये जो माइनस साइन था वो ब्रैकेट के बाहर हमने ले लिया है. So Q minus W is nothing but delta E. So minus delta EB is equal to delta EA. The same process you can once again repeat for your 1A2 and 2C1. Okay, 1A2 and 2C1. Okay, and when you will repeat this particular process, you will come to know that, or once again you can put the derivation that minus delta EC is equal to delta EA. It means delta EA is equal to minus delta EB is equal to minus delta EC. So minus delta EB is equal to minus delta EC. That's why we can write that delta EB is equal to delta EC. Here I have written delta EB is equal to delta EC. But according to the first law of thermodynamics, energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy plus internal energy. Okay. So kinetic energy and potential energy is equal to 0 because system is stationary. It is not going to move. That's why kinetic energy will not be there because velocity is going to be 0. And as this system is not moving, automatically potential energy is also 0. क्योंकि potential energy generate होने के लिए gravitation acceleration जरूरी है और एक certain height जरूरी है जहां से आपका जो component होता है वो नीचे गिरता है, gravitation के direction में गिरता है. अगर सिस्टम स्टेशनरी है तो वो नहीं गिरेगा, इसलिए G का वैल्यू 0 हो जाएगा, H का वैल्यू 0 हो जाएगा और your mgh is going to be 0. Means potential energy is going to be 0. इट मीन्स E इज इक्वल टू U। एनर्जी ये आपकी इंटरनल एनर्जी है, कोई भी एक्सटर्नल एनर्जी इसमें इन्वॉल्वड नहीं है। एंड फ्रॉम दैट वी कैन रीच टू द कंक्लूजन दैट the cyclic integral of any property is zero because the final state is identical with initial state. Okay, so this is the derivation, and I request you to copy it down in your notebook, and the last statement is very much important. Okay, right friends, now we learn about the enthalpy and energy of an isolated system. So we are knowing that the term enthalpy is always coming when you are going to study the thermodynamics. What do you mean by the enthalpy? Enthalpy is nothing but the heat content of the system. सिस्टम में जो टोटल हीट होती है उस हीट को हम एंथैल्पी कहते हैं। एंड दिस एंथैल्पी इज गिवन बाय अ सिंपल फार्मूला दैट कैपिटल H इज इक्वल टू कैपिटल U प्लस PV. ओके, द कैपिटल H इज नथिंग बट द एंथैल्पी, and you know what do you mean by U? U is nothing but the internal energy, and PV is nothing but the pressure, volume, content of your system. Okay, so you know that the PDV is work. So this enthalpy is nothing but internal energy plus your multiplication of the pressure, volume. The unit of the enthalpy is kilojoule or joule. And when you are talking about specific enthalpy, it means you have divided all the term by the mass. Okay, so capital H divided by M, U divided by M plus PV divided by M. That is your specific enthalpy. And this specific enthalpy is given by the same formula, but only the change is the capital letters are going to be converted into small letters. Always keep in mind, when specific term we want to denote, हम जब specific term दिखाते हैं तो हमें capital letters नहीं यूज करना है, small letters यूज करने हैं. तो specific enthalpy is given by H, small h is equal to small u plus P into small v. ओके, क्योंकि वॉल्यूम को हम मास से डिवाइड करते हैं, प्रेशर वॉल्यूम के जो मल्टीप्लिकेशन है उसमें, तो इसका जो यूनिट हो गया वो क्या हो गया कि जो एंथैल्पी का यूनिट था उसको हमने किलोग्राम से यानी मास से डिवाइड कर दिया. तो यूनिट ऑफ द स्पेसिफिक एंथैल्पी इज इक्वल टू किलो जूल पर केजी. ओके, नाउ दिस इज अबाउट द एंथैल्पी. Now energy of an isolated system. Okay, we have seen the equation of the first law of thermodynamics for the closed system, and now we are going to see it for the isolated system. And you know that, what do you mean by isolated system? Can anybody tell me? We have studied open system, closed system and isolated system. Open system में क्या क्या exchange हो सकता है?
Energy and mass.
Absolutely correct. Energy and mass can be just exchanged during the open system use. What about the closed system use? Closed system में क्या होता है?
Exchange energy but not mass.
हाँ,
It's around.
क्या?
Energy exchange.
Energy exchange.
Yes, energy exchange is taken place, but mass is not going to change. Okay, mass is remain constant and energies can be exchanged. And what is going to be happen in an isolated system? Mass as well as energy both cannot be exchanged. मास और एनर्जी दोनों भी हम एक्सचेंज नहीं कर सकते हैं. So for the isolated system, the heat transfer and work done, both the things are going to be converted into zero. Zero conversion is there. हीट भी एनर्जी का फॉर्म है, वो भी कन्वर्ट नहीं होता है, वर्क भी एनर्जी का फॉर्म है, वो भी कन्वर्ट नहीं होता है. So Q is equal to 0 and W is equal to 0. Now, from the first law of thermodynamics, we can write that Q is equal to W plus U. Heat is equal to work plus internal energy. And if you will take its derivative, means change in heat is equal to change in work plus change in internal energy. So change in heat is going to be 0. Change in work is also going to be 0. Means this equation you can rewrite as W, that dq is equal to 0 is equal to work is also going to be 0 plus du plus du. Means du is equal to 0. Du is equal to 0 means your internal energy of the isolated system is always remain constant. Internal energy of an isolated system is always remain constant. So क्लोज्ड सिस्टम का फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनामिक्स अप्लाई करके हमने देखा है, वहां हमें क्या इक्वेशन मिलता है, Q इज इक्वल टू W प्लस डेल्टा E और Q इज इक्वल टू W प्लस डेल्टा U. ओके, एंड इन आइसोलेटेड सिस्टम what we are going to get, we are going to get that internal energy of the isolated system is always remains constant. यहाँ Q 0 है और W भी 0 है. That part you need to take into account. Okay, so give the heading enthalpy H. Enthalpy H. Enthalpy H. Enthalpy is heat content of the system. Enthalpy is heat content of the system. Total enthalpy H. Total enthalpy H is given by H is equal to U plus PV. H is equal to U plus PV. In bracket, unit kilojoule. Unit kilojoule. Specific enthalpy small h is equal to small u plus capital P into V. Capital P into V. Capital P into V. Next line. Energy of an isolated system. Energy of an isolated system. Energy of an isolated system. in isolated system, heat transfer and work transfer is zero. Heat transfer and work transfer is zero. Heat transfer and work transfer is zero. By first law of thermodynamics, we can write that capital Q is equal to W plus U. Capital Q is equal to W plus U. dq is equal to dw plus du dw plus du. Next line, 0 is equal to 0 plus du. Next line, du is equal to 0. It means internal energy of an isolated system is always constant. Okay. So this part can be asked in the examination, that internal energy of isolated system is, and they will provide the values, and you should be in a position to give the correct answer. Okay. Now, the third system is steady flow system. Okay. What do you mean by steady flow system? Is the mass flow rate of the system is constant. Means what? कि अगर एक सिस्टम है, एक सिलेंडर है या एक कंटेनर है, एक डब्बा है, और उस डब्बे में आपने 2 पाइप लगाए हैं. ओके, आई विल ड्रॉ द डायग्राम सो दैट यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड इट बेटर. सपोज ये एक कंटेनर है और इस कंटेनर में हमें यहां ऊपर एक इनलेट है और नीचे एक आउटलेट है. ओके. अगर इसमें मैंने एक लिक्विड भरा है और मैं क्या कर रहा हूं, अंदर से इसमें लिक्विड उस कंटेनर में भर रहा हूं और इस कंटेनर से मैंने नीचे एक पाइप लगा के वो पाइप भी खोल दिया है, और लिक्विड अंदर ले जाने वाला पाइप और लिक्विड बाहर निकलने वाला पाइप दोनों का अगर डायमीटर सेम है तो मुझे बताइए क्या होगा कि जितना लिक्विड आप ऊपर से अंदर उसमें डालते जाओगे उतना ही लिक्विड नीचे से साइमल्टेनियसली बाहर निकाला जाएगा। यानी कि टोटल कंटेनर में जो लिक्विड है, टोटल कंटेनर में जो मास है, वो मास कांस्टेंट रहेगा, क्योंकि जितने मैं जितने स्पीड से वो बाहर निकाल रहा हूं उतने ही स्पीड से मैं वो अंदर इंसर्ट कर रहा हूं, अंदर डाल रहा हूं। ओके, सो दैट इज नोन एज द स्टेडी फ्लो प्रोसेस। फ्लो कैसा है? स्टेडी है। अंदर आने वाले लिक्विड का भी फ्लो उतना ही है और बाहर जाने वाले लिक्विड का फ्लो भी उतना ही है। ओके, सो स्टेडी फ्लो प्रोसेस सिस्टम इज डिफाइंड एज the system in which the mass flow rate into the system is equal to mass flow rate out of the system, and it is denoted by m dot, and this m dot is having unit kilogram per second because it is rate of mass flow। ये रेट है मास फ्लो का। तो रेट जब हम लेते हैं तो हम उस क्वांटिटी को सेकंड से डिवाइड करते हैं कि पर सेकंड कितना मास अंदर लिया जाता है और पर सेकंड कितना मास बाहर छोड़ दिया जाता है। इफ m.1 is the mass flow rate of the inlet and m.2 is the mass flow rate of the outlet, then in steady flow process this m.1 is equal to m.2. Okay, and how the volume flow rate is decided? It is decided by the formula area into your velocity. Okay, so area is in meter square and your velocity is in meter per second, and volume flow rate is given by meter square, that meter cube per second, and that is your volume of the flow rate. And mass flow rate is calculated by volume of the flow rate divided by the specific volume. Okay, that is your mass flow rate. Now here the equations, the simple formulas are provided to calculate the mass flow rate. Okay, so volume of flow rate divided by specific volume. Okay, it is your mass flow rate. Now my friend, volume means what? Volume means area multiplied by velocity. Okay, and specific volume is a small v. Now we can see that here the mass flow rate is provided by density into area into velocity, because 1 by specific volume, 1 divided by specific volume is nothing but your density. Okay, and this particular equation is known by the name of continuity equation also. मास फ्लो रेट का फॉर्मूला यहां दिया हुआ है, वॉल्यूम ऑफ फ्लो रेट डिवाइडेड बाय स्पेसिफिक वॉल्यूम। वॉल्यूम फ्लो रेट यानी क्या होता है? एरिया इनटू वेलोसिटी। सो योर इक्वेशन विल बी 1 by specific volume into area into velocity. 1 by specific volume is nothing but density. Okay, this 1 by specific volume is nothing but density. So our mass flow rate can be calculated by the formula density into area into velocity. Okay, so this is very, very important equation. I request you to write it down. First of all,
hello sir.
Yes
सर स्पेसिफिक व्हॉल्यूमचं युनिट मीटर क्यूब पर किलोग्राम पाहिजे ना?
स्पेसिफिक
व्हॉल्यूमचं
हा
तिथं सर
हा मी तर ते चुकून
डिवायडेड बाय
हा म्हणूनच मी ह्याच्या खालचं हे जे आहे पहिले इक्वेशन ह्याच्यामध्ये मीटर क्यूब डिवायडेड बाय पर केजी पाहिजे. Okay, because volume is in meter cube, and when you are going to divide it by the kg, that will be your specific volume. Okay, but don't concentrate on this equation. We are going to concentrate on the last equation, density into area into velocity. Your thing is correct. Okay, so I request you, give heading mass balances for steady flow process. Mass balances for steady flow process. Mass balances for steady flow process. Steady flow system. Steady flow system. Steady flow system. Steady flow system. The system in which the mass flow rate into the system is equal to mass flow rate out of the system. M dot is equal to m dot 1 is equal to m dot 2. Mass flow rate m dot is given by the unit kilogram per second. M dot is equal to flow rate volume divided by specific volume. Flow rate volume divided by specific volume. Which is equal to area into velocity, area into velocity divided by specific volume, divided by specific volume, which is equal to density into area into velocity, density into area into velocity, density into area into velocity. Density into area into velocity. This equation is called as continuity equation. Continuity equation. Continuity equation. Continuity equation. Now everybody please concentrate towards this slide. Okay. So mass flow rate m dot is equal to this specific flow rate meter cube per second. Okay. And unit of this specific volume is unit of volume meter cube. It is volume flow rate meter cube per second divided by meter cube per kg. Now this meter cube is going to cancel. The remaining things are 1 by S divided by 1 by kg. So now this kg in the numerator will go in a denominator. Denominator will go in numerator, and vice versa change is going to be happen, and you will get the unit kilogram per second. So the thing suggested is correct. Here it is written by mistake. Actually, that is part is taken from somewhere and pasted here. So specific volume unit is meter cube per kg, because we are getting the specific term when we are dividing that particular term with the help of kg. Okay. So I think this much part is sufficient for today's lecture. And I know this has been extended up to 11. So I will request to you to once again repeat this part, write this part at home, so that this all concept will be clear to you people.